Jason, thank you. We continue our King coverage right now with Keith Grant on the east side, where people are just starting to deal with all the damage. So Keith, where are you and what are you seeing?
Hey, Caitlin, we're at University Heights City Hall. A large tree here right out front snapped near the base about a foot up. We'll take a look at it right now. Nearly missing the City Hall building. This is also the fire station and police department as well. Thankfully missing the building, crashing on the front lawn here. Still in pieces though, but as we get a look at the video from earlier, we can see from the other side a massive tree in this front lawn. And then just down the street, we also have a light pole bent at the base, leaning at quite the sharp angle there. The lines, the only thing keeping from that light pole falling into the street, the line sagging under the weight of that light pole. And then we went over to Cleveland Heights, another large tree down across a neighborhood street, branches filling that full width of the neighborhood street there. And at this size, you know, not something that you can clean up with just your hands. They had the chainsaws out cleaning this up. That was quite the quick response from that storm that blew through this afternoon. Within an hour of the storm passing, volunteers with Havrim is the organization there. They're there cleaning it up, chainsaws running, the debris moved, the road reopened within an hour. That's quite impressive. It's just neighbors showing up to clean up that neighborhood there. Once again, opened up within an hour. We saw cars going through, those neighbors there getting out of their parking their driveways there to get back to wherever they were wanting to go to this evening. But once again, I want to take a look at this tree out front, University Heights City Hall, snapped at the base. We did see engineers out here taking a look how they're going to clean this up. This is a massive tree that the city has to deal with here. Keith Grant, 19 News.
A 19 News crew getting this video on Turney Road in Garfield Heights. That city fire department posting on Facebook. They've been getting a large amount of calls and they're securing the areas as best as they can. And they're warning, do not remove any wires or down trees because they could carry a live electrical current. And if you see anyone trying to do it, call 911. And check out the scene in Brooklyn. Jeff Christner sending us these images of the winds shaking a huge tree. We always ask viewers to stay safe while getting weather video. Thankfully, he stayed inside his car because you can see that big branch rolled right up onto the windshield. And meteorologist Kelly Dobeck sending us this photo. Oof, a porta potty knocked down at a construction site. This stinky mess is in Vermillion. All right, let's take a look at the first energy outage map. I'm going to refresh this really quick here. So we're seeing a lot of customers right now without power. The main area that's facing these power outages is primarily Cuyahoga County. I'm going to try to zoom in a little bit more here. So the red area here, according to the legend, is about 50,000 people without power right now. So we've made calls to First Energy to see, you know, when there's an update on when these customers might get their power back. But again, these storms just swept through. Crews are out there busy working tonight. It's going to be a long night for them. So we're going to have updates on these power outages throughout the evening. Again, let's take a look at the map here. So we're seeing mainly Cuyahoga County here in the red, at least 50,000 outages right now. We're going to zoom out just a teeny bit here. Summit County down here in Akron, not too many. Out here in Lorain County, not as many. Again, we're going to keep our eyes on this and we'll have updates for you throughout the night on our website, cleveland19.com.